some pretty big names from some pretty impressive wineries to come in here and give speeches and meet people and host dinners. What are some of the people that stand out to you that you've met through this?
Well, you know, I think one of the first big events we had was Hubert Trimbach from Trimbach Alsatian Wines in France. And not only was he surprised to get invited to come to Wichita, but when he got here, he was overwhelmed. We actually sent food from Alsace. The olive tree chefs put it together using his recipes and some of his foods. We had every wine that was available in Kansas from Trimbach available at dinner, including some special wines that Hubert brought himself. The evening was very sophisticated. It was semi-formal. The food was magnificent. It was Alsatian, so it was different. And the wines, of course, were great. And by the end of the evening, the formality was done, and we were all standing on our chairs singing Alsatian wine drinking songs, with Hubert Trimbach standing on top of a table leading them. That was a great memory. And that was about the beginning of year 2 or so.
Through his love of wine and food, Guy has brought a lot of wonderful things here to Wichita. First, he started a chapter of the American Institute of Food and Wine. When he originally called the national office in San Francisco.
Oh, and I'm gonna start a chapter here. They laughed. They laughed at me. Well, oh, that's great. Well, you know, you have to have 50 paid members to be a ratified chapter. Yeah, I know. Okay, some of the stuff. Our first event's next Friday. Oh, okay. They sent me the stuff. I had the event and 50 paid members the day before the stuff got here in the mail. Fastest ratified chapter in the history of the organization, still today. We started at number 37 out of 37 chapters. Before I turned over the reins after 3 non-consecutive 2-year tours as chairman, we were number 18 out of 37 chapters in size.
Wichita is now number 4, and that's in comparison to New York, Chicago, and Northern California.
When you first started this, you knew it was going to take off, but did you know it was going to be as popular as it's been?
No, absolutely not. And I really didn't know it was going to take off. I knew that there was some wine enthusiasm here. I had no idea. And it surprised me the first year or two, and it continues to surprise me today. I mean, of all the chapters in the country, we probably have the most vibrant, certainly the most financially secure, the chapter that's given away the most money in culinary scholarships, and a chapter that has a pretty long history. You know, founded in 1992. That was not early for AIWF, but early enough such that now we're one of the oldest chapters still going and one of the biggest.
That's so cool.
The American Institute of Wine and Food was founded as an educational organization by Robert Mondavi and Julia Child and Dick Graff. And what they really wanted to do was provide an outlet for entertainment and education through the things that we enjoy most, food and wine, at the table with your friends and family. And I think that is still, well, it is still in fact part of the charter, and I think our chapter does it best of all the chapters in the country. You know, anybody can get together and have wine dinners, a slosh and nosh where you drink and eat food, and it's fun. But we do so many other things other than that, and we do that as well. And then, of course, that interaction, the people, whether it's the people that are on the board and running the organization, or you and I are just members and we sit down at a table and we encourage people to interact and move to other tables and make new friendships.
How have you seen things change since year 1 to now?
The biggest impact of AIWF in Wichita was creating an outlet that has been copied by so many other people, whether it's the local restaurateurs who want to do their own wine dinners, and then other wine groups that have gained more success or started after AIWF started. Because there wasn't a lot of wine entertainment here in Wichita when we first got started. That's a big change. I think the enthusiasm is contagious, and other groups in Wichita have continued to grow and flourish, and there's more wine fun in this little town than any town I've ever lived in.
Anything I didn't ask you that you'd like to say to maybe the members who've been here through the years, or, I mean, anything?
I think probably the best thing I could do was say thank you to everyone who has been a part of AIWF from the very beginning, to those who are running the chapter today. We've done so much and come so far. So thanks. Thanks for being a part of the American Institute of Wine and Food. Thanks for coming to events, whether you're on the board or not. We love to have attendees, but we'd like to get involved. So find a board member, be a part of the AIWF, and let's have another great decade or two in front of us of food, wine, and fun. Pleasures of the table.